A very good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to another one of ChildLink's discussion program where we discuss a number of social issues. My name is Tiana Jordan and I'm the communications officer here at ChildLink. Our discussion for today will be focused on sexual grooming, and of course, this program would not be possible without our 1000 Boys initiative, which is fully funded by the delegation of the European Union here in Guyana. And this afternoon, I am pleased to have with me two young men who will be our panelists for this afternoon. They'll be sharing their views on today's topic. Good afternoon to you, boys.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Thank you for the
And for those who are not familiar with you, can you tell us a little bit about yourselves?
Good afternoon, my name is Johnson Pierce, and I joined the community to my friend, to my friend's mother, to my friend's mother, and I'm here to participate today. Good afternoon, my name is Charles Williams, and I'm an advocate at United Bricklayers and also a part of the 1000 Boys Initiative. Um, Most people know me from playing basketball. I was also a student at Burby High School.
Very much for that introduction. And let's get right into our discussion for today with our first question. I want to hear from you boys. What are your thoughts, or to be exact, how would you describe the term sexual grooming?
When my child sexual grooming is a form of like the manipulation of small small children into activities that they clearly don't understand. Well, for me, sexual grooming is when an adult seduces or manipulates the child for sexual favors.
Okay, thank you very much. And now for the signs and so on, what can persons look for to know if they're being sexually groomed? Charles,
Uh,
would you like to go first?
such signs they can
No, go on, Jonathan.
such, such times they can look for such as uh, receiving unnecessary gifts or perhaps unnecessary attention on unnecessary attention or being touched sexually.
Charles?
The signs a person can look for, yes, one second. Signs a person can look for when being sexually groomed. Uh, let's say monetary gifts, flirtatious talks. You're always talking about sex when they're around you. Um, sensual touchings, like you touch certain areas of your body to get the person turned on. Also,
Yes, those were some great points. And of course, it can be simple things like hugging, it can be simple things like, touching of the knees, rubbing of the back, and so on, that the perpetrator would do
yeah.
to their victims. And based on these signs that you mentioned, if a child, a boy or girl, realizes that, someone is grooming them, what do you think they should do? Or what is the first thing that they can do?
If first thing they can do is speak to someone else they trust, like to a pastor or to someone right at the Bricklayer Society, or even another teacher that they trust the most, because there's always going to be someone there to talk to.
Well, my first point is to cut off the individual completely, like cut all communications. But if the person is being, let's say, progressive, they're continuous with it, even though you try to cut them off, then I have to go with my colleague here and reach out to a pastor, someone from the bricklayer, reach out to the law to get that.
Charles, can you repeat that again?
Yes. My first point is for them to cut off all communications with the person completely. And if that's not possible, if the person is still trying to get at them, then I will agree with my colleague and have them reach out to a pastor, to the Bricklayers United community, or the law, someone that can deal with it.
Yes, definitely. Of course, they should reach out to somebody that they trust. They can report it to the nearest police station, to the Child Care Protection Agency, and so on. And now, when it comes to grooming and being sexually abused and so on, it can have a lot of effects on children. Can you tell me about some of these effects that you think, how can children be affected by this?
Um, they, they probably different effects to depend on the children and circumstances, but they'll probably be more impulsive, much more uh, emotionally unstable, and so forth.
The most common signs are depression, withdrawal, like you will see that the child tends to want to stay to themselves. Uh, some people turn to drugs. Yeah, even suicide can happen due to
Yes,
sexual drugs.
I was just about to mention that, being depressed and suffering from anxiety and so on can lead to suicidal thoughts and even suicide. So there are great effects that can happen because of a child being sexually abused. What can parents do to, um, you know, prevent or protect their child from being sexually abused?
They can be, there always going to be something, there's always going to be something blocking the communication between parent and child, but to always like every day at least talk, ask them about school or life, or constantly aware of their activities. Children just be more out of the house because their friends show more interest in activities that their parents don't show. So the parent should at least don't have to be, but at least show interest in and always have all these activities, or at least learn at least the basis of it. And the children always, and showing that the children will always want to come to parents and talk, oh, mommy or dad, man, to do this at this activity, and showing that the communication between child and child will be vastly improved. They have to unload too much because they won't, because either them will take offense to it, or they will just fly right past them bird. So
Yeah, yeah.
so
Gotta use the appropriate language.
Of course, I agree with you. Of course, when we're having these conversations with them, we have to have it in such a way that they'll understand. And having these conversations with them from a very young age as possible could lead to prevention of child sexual abuse. And is there
Yes.
anything else you boys would like to add this afternoon before we go?
well, to anybody who's been sexually abused, groomed, or whatever, I'll tell them they did nothing wrong and it's okay. And no matter how dark or groomed the world is, there's always going to be someone there to help you. So there's always going to be someone there to help. So just go forth and speak out and don't keep this in, because these just create wounds, and wounds grow and become infected, and infected wounds can kill them mentally, physically, or spiritually.
And in relation to what my colleague said, Richard, I completely agree with you. What I would say to the parents, my target is often is the parents. What I would say is create a safe space so that your child can confide in you early.
That's some great advice there. And I want to thank you boys for taking the time out this afternoon to have this conversation. I really enjoyed hearing your views on the topic, and I look forward to chatting with you again in the future.
Yes, thank
Thank
you.
you. Very much
Great.
welcome.
I also want to thank everyone for tuning in this afternoon. We had a very short program on
Thank you.
sexual grooming. My name is Tiana, the Communications Officer here at ChildLinK. And of course, this program was possible because of our 1000 Boys initiative, which is fully funded by the delegation of the European Union here in Guyana. I'll see you next time. Good afternoon once again. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes, you as well. Bye.
See you.